I'm Rhonda, and today we're exploring the world of the late Steve Rieman, an artist whose massive steel sculptures merged the boldness of industrial design with the graceful beauty of nature. Steve didn't just make art, he made sculptures that moved. From Baja race cars to giant steel creations, Steve's work blurred the boundaries between art, engineering, and the natural world. Before studying industrial design at Art Center, Steve designed off-road race cars. Through this, he learned about steel, welding, and balance, skills that shaped his art. But his biggest influence was his wife, Ruth, his lifelong collaborator. Together, they explored the desert on their motorcycles, discovering inspiration in the vast open landscapes. Drawn to the wide-open desert of Yucca Valley, they decided to move there and build a life centered around art. Their home, their furniture, everything they made was a collaboration influenced by their environment. Steve's sculptures told stories through their materials. He combined the organic feel of weathered steel against the shiny finish of stainless steel. Steve sometimes used the term geokinetic to describe his sculptures, blending geo for earth and kinetic for movement. The sculptures are massive, yet move with such grace. Before Steve's large sculptures came to life, they started as a sketch. He loved drawing ideas in his sketchbook. It was his way of thinking on paper. The sketches then evolved into three-dimensional models, often carved from foam. These maquettes were critical in translating Steve's ideas from sketches to three-dimensional forms. Some of Steve's small models were made into giant public sculptures that were integrated into the desert landscape for everyone to enjoy. This was made possible with Ruth's help. Ruth played a key role in helping Steve create, finance, and install his art so that it could be shared with the rest of the world. Okay, so he went to Art Center and studied there. And he studied industrial design.
And we get here and he just feels the place. And he says, I'm going to make art.
And then he decided to build furniture.
That couch. And he made all this. And that table too, over there. He had to be making things and using different materials all the time. He learned from the place and the environment, and I learned a bit too.
The thing that I love about those sculptures, so huge, but it moves very delicately.
We were up in North, and one evening we were all sitting out on watching the waves, and he said, "We have something at home that can do that." That was the waves at the beach that made him think about how the wind could impact.
The two of you lived within the art, making art, but living within. I mean, this home is a great example.
Thinking creatively, I think, not in a box. And being a little bit ahead of the time.
He's using both a weathered steel and a stainless steel.
Balance.
And again, the enormity of it, but this very gentle. And it was very much like he was.
Gentle giant, that he was.
Thank you for all that the two of you have done and all the impact you've had on so many people.
Thank you for understanding the example we set. Thank you.
And thank you for having us here.
Good. Great. Oh, good.
Thank you. For Ruth and Steve, art wasn't just about creating a beautifully engineered sculpture. It was about building a way of life. From architecture to art, everything they created reflected harmony. Steve passed away in 2022, but his legacy lives on in the inspiration and curiosity they sparked in everyone they met, a passion Ruth continues to carry on.